Hey everyone, and welcome to TopThink. Today we'll learn about how to never be broke again in your life. Now, let's begin. Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? It's tremendously stressful when you're constantly struggling to make ends meet. You worry about basic necessities like groceries and rent. You opt out of social activities and miss out on material luxuries. While you're scrounging for every penny, you may know people who have money to spare, people who spend hundreds of dollars without a second thought. You might think to yourself, how do they do it? Why am I always broke when other people are rolling in extra cash? If you're broke all the time, this probably isn't the first time you've sought financial advice. People might have told you in the past that you just need to be smarter with your money. Maybe they told you to invest in the stock market, high-yield savings accounts, or real estate. The truth is, for the average person, this kind of advice isn't lucrative or even practical. The reason you're constantly broke has nothing to do with real estate or the stock market. These investment options can benefit some people, especially those people with money to spare. But the everyman's path to financial stability has little to do with intelligent investments. The real reason why you never have money is that you're constantly spending it. More than likely, you're spending that money faster than you realize. For the average person, the number one cause of financial distress isn't reckless investments or changes in the markets. No, it's poor spending habits. It's your unconscious desire to waste money on things that you think you need. We live in a world full of enticing objects and experiences anyone can buy, consume, and enjoy. We're constantly surrounded by tasty food, innovative technology, and fashionable clothes. Not to mention non-material purchases like drinks with friends, gas for your car, and apps on your phone. Every day, your money is just flying out of your pocket at a rate most people can't control or understand. Because of these mindless spending habits, your finances are constantly in the red, forcing you to live paycheck to paycheck, often spending as much or more money than you make. Now, if this sounds familiar, you may benefit from practical advice like budgeting your monthly expenses. These tips and tricks would probably help you manage your finances more intelligently, but there's a deeper problem behind your reckless spending. And unless you figure out how to curb your spending habits, no amount of budgeting will save you from financial distress. In this video, we're going to dig deeper into the psychology of financial distress, the reason why so many real people are broke all the time, yet constantly feel like they never have enough. For many people, these are the real motivators behind their financial instability and bad spending habits. Instead of shopping sales or budgeting your spending money, in this video, we're going to actively chip away at these common psychological barriers, teaching you how to spend your money wisely and finally achieve financial security. Now, to start with, think about what it feels like to buy something new. When you walk into a store and discover something you want, your brain experiences a rush of excitement. In your hands is an object of pleasure, something you believe will make you happy, and the only thing standing between you and that object is a few measly dollars. So what do? You run to the register, you hand over your hard-earned money, and you walk out the door with that brand new object right there in your hands. At first, your satisfaction is undeniable. You're happy and hopeful, wholeheartedly excited about your snap purchase. But soon, reality sets in. The one thing that you thought would make you happy begins to lose its luster. When the dust settles, you're no longer comfortable or satisfied. Instead, you may be frustrated with yourself for spending money on something that you don't need. You may feel ashamed of your impulsive behavior or suddenly insecure about your financial future. What you're experiencing is a very common cycle of hope and shame, a series of highs and lows that cause many people to max out their credit cards and spend far more than they can afford. If we know it's bad to squander your money, then why do we keep doing it? The answer is more straightforward than many people expect. In the heat of the moment, you see something sparkling and new in front of you, and that novelty stimulates your brain, causing your mood to increase and your self-control to just fly out the window. Even though you know money is tight, the exciting object stirs up so much emotion in your brain that logic and reason just fall by the wayside. Impulse takes over, and you ride that wave of emotion all the way to the register. Even though you know better, you still make the wrong decision. But what if there was another way? What if, instead of giving in to the temptation, you could control your impulses, save your money, and wait for something you truly need? We sometimes call this delaying gratification, a well-studied psychological concept with numerous applications in our lives. In simple terms, delaying gratification means resisting a small reward in the hopes of obtaining a greater reward sometime in the future. In terms of dollars and cents, delaying gratification means avoiding impulsive, frivolous purchases to make a more meaningful purchase down the road. Delaying gratification is the key to spending your money wisely. It's also why rich people usually stay rich and broke people usually stay broke. The more you chase short-term rewards, spending money, for example, on things you don't need, the harder it becomes to control your emotion-driven impulses and make logical decisions. People who crave instant rewards rarely have the willpower to resist their impulses and think through the consequences of their actions. Instead, their minds are clouded by the pursuit of pleasure, leading to poor judgment and a lack of self-control. Learn how to resist these temptations, and you'll not only develop more willpower, but also change your relationship with money. And that's the ultimate goal here. Yes, saving money is important. Of course, you should learn more thoughtful strategies to handle your money and to put it in the right places. But if you can't control your impulses and delay financial gratification, then it really doesn't matter how savvy you are with your cash. You'll continue to struggle on the edge of financial distress, even if you have money in the bank. On the other hand, if you can control your reward-seeking behavior, you can empower yourself to make intelligent, thoughtful decisions with your hard-earned cash. And with this kind of self-discipline, you can gain and retain money, no matter where you work or how much you make. All right, let's bring this discussion out of the clouds and into the real world. If delaying gratification is the key to healthier spending habits, then what concrete strategies can you use to make better financial choices? One common method is called the 2-day rule. This is a trick you can use anytime, anywhere to help you save money right away. And here's how it works. All right, let's say you're interested in buying a new computer. But not just any computer. You want the most expensive, highest performance machine on the market. When you first encounter this new, shiny object, you want it more than anything in the world, but we both know it's far beyond your budget. So what do? Someone with undisciplined spending habits will throw down their credit card and immediately propel themselves into financial distress. But you can avoid this common mistake using the 2-day rule. Whenever you see something that you want to buy, you force yourself to wait 2 full days before spending a cent of your money. In 2 days, if you still think it's a good idea, go ahead, spend your money, and be happy that you thought through your decision. On the other hand, you may realize you don't want or need that reward as much as you thought. Now, as simple as it sounds, the 2-day rule can save you hundreds or even thousands of dollars every month. More importantly, you'll know without a doubt that every dollar you spent went towards something that you actually need. If the 2-day rule doesn't work for you, then another helpful strategy for delaying gratification is sometimes called the 1-item limit. Every week, you limit yourself to a maximum of 1 frivolous purchase. When you go to the store and you see something that you like, you ask yourself, is this the one unnecessary item that I'm going to buy this week? This simple question forces you to put your weekly spending in perspective. You start thinking about all the places you'll go and all the exciting things that you might see. Suddenly, the object in front of you, it doesn't seem as appealing. Over time, you may struggle to decide on even 1 item to buy. Why? Well, because you've learned to set aside your impulses and to think ahead. These are just 2 practical strategies that you can use to discipline your spending habits and avoid wasting your money. If you add these simple strategies to your routine, then you may discover your financial stability improving rapidly. Suddenly, you may have a few $100s left over at the end of each month, a few $100s that you never had before. Keep up these strategies for the rest of the year, and by the end, you'll have put away a large chunk of change. And all you had to do was think before you buy. With a little bit of patience, you can tackle the psychological roots of your financial problems. You can start saving money instead of losing it every single month. Most importantly, you can develop secure long-term spending habits so that you'll never be broke another day in your life. Hey, thank you for watching TopThink, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.